going to talk about Barracuda Sentinel, which is aimed at stopping targeted email spear phishing attacks, remediate compromised accounts, and secure your customer's domain. Traditional email filters like the Barracuda Email Security Service are designed to prevent basic phishing attacks. These emails come from a seemingly credible institution, such as a bank, eBay, Facebook, PayPal, etc., and typically have an urgent call to action that will have you clicking on a link, attachment, or embedded file. While a good deal of work goes into these attacks, they are often fairly easy to identify, as long as you look out for the telltale signs. Look at the sample email above to get a good understanding of some of these. Since this is a broadcast email to hundreds, if not thousands of people, hackers will use generic terminology such as "dear customer" and often bad grammar, punctuation, etc. The reality is that the real company would be way more polished and not make these mistakes. They would never ask you for sensitive information in email or provide sensitive information to you in plain text. Spear phishing, on the other hand, will be a lot more polished and convincing. The social engineering element leverages the human instinct to trust others, avoid confrontation, and not question authority, etc. Here, attackers spend a lot more time studying their subjects, and it's worth it because the rewards can be huge. They will take time to learn more about you, your company, your processes, etc., whatever they need to launch a highly effective strike against you. Because these attacks are so customized, traditional firewalls, web filters, and the likes are often rendered useless. In this example, we can see publicly that Clara was tagged in a Facebook post after attending a trade show. We can easily see on Clara's LinkedIn that she has access to finances at the company in the accounts payable department, making Clara a perfect target for a spear phishing attack. In this sample email, it appears the message is coming from George, and it is specifically intended for Clara. The message body makes reference to the party that both the real George and Clara had attended, building trust before asking for a money transfer. Barracuda Sentinel would have prevented such an email from being delivered to Clara through use of a real-time AI. Sentinel sits behind traditional email filters on the server level and hooks in using Office 365's APIs. Once in place, it is able to build profiles on all users on the domain, as well as determining behavioral patterns. For example, it will see which people typically communicate via email, and when they do, what emails do they typically send messages from. It can also detect things like what time messages are sent, or even the type of wording someone will use. As anomalous to these patterns are caught, Sentinel has the ability to immediately move the suspicious message to the user's junk email folder for quarantine. It will then send the user a notification alerting them to a potential threat, as well as alerting any admins on the account for review. All suspected spear phishing emails will be logged in the dashboard where contents can be previewed, as well as see why it was flagged as a potential attack in the first place. Notice in the body of this message, there are no malicious links to click on, no attachments, and nothing that would stand out as an attack. It is simply a message for IT that appears to come from Alexi that asks, "Are you available? Let me know immediately when you get this." As you can see, Sentinel was able to determine that even though it looks like Alexi sending the message, this isn't the email address his message usually comes from. If a user somehow has their credentials stolen and their account compromised, Sentinel is able to easily assist in this remediation process. Administrators can track emails sent from a compromised account both internally and externally. Any internal recipients will have the malicious email automatically deleted from their mailbox. We also track all external recipients and provide a prepared email template to alert these recipients that they may have received an illegitimate message. This prevents the further spread of attack while helping to protect your customer's brand. The last core component of Barracuda Sentinel is our domain fraud protection. With this piece, you can secure your customer's domain through DMARC. We provide advanced instructions on how to properly set up the record, but the key benefit is the additional layered reporting and analytics provided by Barracuda. You now have insight into high-volume senders, which are typically relaying mail from your customer's domain. This will help verify both your customers and the sender's DNS records are set up correctly to make sure those important emails are getting through. Additionally, you can see where in the world people may be sending mail through your customer's domain. We'll even provide you a list of individual IP addresses so you can specifically see who may be spoofing your customer's domain so you can remediate any issues. These services all come included with every Barracuda Sentinel subscription. For more information, contact the Barracuda MSP sales team.